Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you find yourself and wherever you are watching our live stream from. We are live today, and it's a beautiful day, Wednesday, and we're streaming live here on YouTube, also streaming live on our sister channel, our station, our platform on Facebook, also Blueclouds Media on Facebook. So wherever you are, whatever you find yourself, whatever platform you find yourself, you can still get our content on Facebook, YouTube as well. All right, so yeah, where do we start from? Chelsea will be playing Wimbledon today, cup game, which Carabao Cup game, and it's one off. If Chelsea do not stand up, they can be eliminated. It has happened to Liverpool before. I think in the 2020, I'm not so sure the exact year, but it has happened to Chelsea before. But then we'll be focusing more on the interests of Manchester United trying to get Marc Cucurella when we know they have lots of injuries. Varane is down. And also Luke Shaw is also down. They need legs. They need players to help out. Marc Cucurella, it looks like the guy that fits the style that Eric Ten Hag wants to play at Old Trafford. So yeah, Marc Cucurella will be a guy of interest that we'll be talking about today, and also Ansu Fati is another interested player that we will be talking about. A guy that was being tagged to be the second Lionel Messi of the Camp Nou. Has he really lived up to expectations, or what has really gone wrong to that young chap? Injury could be one of the issues, but now looks like Barcelona are down with him. They want to part with Ansu Fati, and Chelsea is showing some kind of an interest. I haven't seen more of this news from accredited media outlet in the UK, but some have revealed this out. So we're gonna check into that the interest of Ansu Fati, and also we're gonna look into yes, sir. We've talked about Ansu Fati, Marco Corella, and then Marcus Edwards, another one that they call Mini Messi. Mauricio Pochettino have got a chance to work with Mini Messi before at White Hart Lane when he was coach for Tottenham Hotspurs. But then he has shown so much interest. But the only way Chelsea can get him is a release clause of 60 million. Can Chelsea trigger that 60 million release clause and bring him to the bridge? Because one, Mauricio Pochettino has worked with him before. Let's see how that goes. So luckily for me today, I'm being joined by my two strong friends, co-hosts. They are two co-hosts. But Ryan, I think Ryan is less busy today, so he's joining us on the platform. Steven and Ryan, how are we doing today, guys?
Doing good, doing good.
Mr. Ryan, can you hear me? I think Ryan is having.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is
he can
on.
hear
Yeah,
you
I'm
now.
sorry, man. Audio issues. Doing well, thanks. Sun is shining, and happy to be here. I'm blessed.
Great. I'm also happy to be here discussing all things Chelsea and all things association football. A news flash, breaking news. If you're also a fan of boxing, Manny Pacquiao will be coming out of retirement to he wants to participate on the I'll say last time that we're gonna hear boxing being featured in Olympic Games, because the last Olympic game that will be hosted in France, there will be boxing in there, but after that, boxing will be taken away from Olympic Games, which I don't get it. One of the sports that have been in Olympic Games since ages, they are trying to take that sport out. But Manny Pacquiao wants to come out of retirement at age 40, 43, 44 to participate in the last Olympic Games that will have boxing, the discipline boxing in it. So we'll be talking about that later on as the show goes on. Stephen and Ryan, let me start from my big brother, Mr. Ryan, as he's joining us here. Cole Palmer, we didn't have Cole Palmer in the list, but we have to talk about Cole Palmer. There has been some issues of arrogancy in that young chap, but let's put arrogancy aside, off the field issues aside. Let's concentrate on what this young chap can produce on the pitch. We have seen him a couple times and what he can do. Very, very young player, talented, but he's got lots of will I say promises. What do you make of his link to Chelsea Football Club? And do you think Guardiola will let him go?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. We all know Cole Palmer is very talented. He's very highly thought of within Man City. Having come up through the academy, he's a young, talented English winger. He can play both wings, left and right, and he's also deployable in a more central attacking area, even though that's not his strongest position. Oh, Nazarni there.
I think he's gone.
Ah,
I
okay,
think his
I'll
connection
continue anyway.
dropped. Yeah. If you want to
But yeah,
continue, then go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Cole Palmer is a great young English talent. We saw what he's capable of in the Super Cup, where he scored the equaliser for Man City against Sevilla, cutting inside and scoring a very beautifully placed header. It's no surprise for me to see that he's sought after by a club as big as Chelsea. He's the right age profile that you're looking for with your recruitment. 21 years young, definitely going to be a future mainstay in the England national team. I've no doubt about that. It's just whether Man City agree to let him go, whether it will be a loan or a permanent transfer, and if you can agree the price. We've seen from Stephen shared with us the tweet of Nizar Kinsella saying that the initial bid of 30-something million was rejected. Man City want 50, but maybe an agreement can be made at 45. So, it will be interesting next couple of days.
Interesting. Stephen, guys, thank you each and everyone that is watching us live at this moment in time. I will take a little bit of time and read your comments out. I will definitely read them out. So keep them coming. Keep the comments coming. And guys, do not forget, help us achieve our goals in the next by the end of the year. We want to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's nothing is impossible, and we know we can make it. So with you guys' help, we can achieve that aim. Thank you very much, each and one of you that is joining us. DJ Sav, Musto. We have a Phantom of Minute Topic, the Blueclouds Show 100%, Chelsea FC. We have all of you guys, a big brother DJ Sav, and then Guna, my lovely Arsenal fan, also on this platform. All right, Mr. Steven, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so apparently Man City are open to selling him, but they want 45 million. 45 to 50, but
50.
There's belief that they will be struck at 45 million. But they also probably want a buyback or a sell-on clause or some sort of clause like that. So I don't know. I've got nothing against the player, actually. From what I've seen of him, I quite like him. My issue is if Man City want all these things like what's it called, like profit of next sale or percentage of next sale, either or a buyback clause, I don't want it, because then there's no point. Because if they want a sell-on clause, they'll probably want something silly in terms of percentage, and then we don't benefit as much, and Man City get strengthened if/when we do sell him in the future. Chelsea in panic mode, says Musto. No, we're not in panic mode. He's been on the list. He's been on the list. Like, people have known of his interest in terms of journalists for about 2 weeks now, roughly. Mm-hmm. Just certain journalists had the news before others, and then other journalists are claiming it as an exclusive, even though it's not, because others had it first. So it's not panic. He's been on the list. He's highly rated, as are other players. Like, you'll see Ansu Fati, he's highly rated. You'll see some people said Musiala, that won't happen. Maybe something's there to happen in the future there, but it won't happen this summer. It's too late. plus the German window closes, I think it's 5 p.m. on Friday by UK time, which is a whole 6 hours before the Premier League and Scotland, Spain. I think even Italy closes about 11 p.m. I could be wrong on Italy, but actually, no, Italy, I think 7. But basically, compared to the English window, the German window closes 6 out. No, that's not right. Yeah, 6 hours earlier because the Premier League one closes at 11 p.m. So they have even less time to get a replacement if they were to sell him, which, like I said, they're not going to sell him. Maybe something gets done in the future with him. He, if I remember rightly, has come from Cobham, Musiala.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything happening with him. I don't see anything happening with Smith Rowe. Depending on the fee, whether we agree to go to the 45 million or not, and whether that's then got sell-on clauses and buyback clauses and stuff like that with Man City.
But is it
I would still
compulsory,
keep an
Steven?
eye
Is
on a
it
couple of names you
compulsory?
mentioned.
Is it compulsory that
What?
they always have to put in the buyback clause?
No,
Is
they
it
don't have
compulsory?
to. They don't have to. But if Man City are going to sell him, they're going to want buyback clause or a sell-on clause or something like that because of how highly he's rated.
But what
If Chelsea want to
Yeah.
agree to it, then the deal doesn't happen. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, Nazan is very typical with Man City. They always have either
They've just
a
done it now. They're
buyback
going
clause.
for Matthias Nunes, yeah? They're
Yeah,
sending somebody in the other direction on loan. I
on
think
loan.
it's
Yeah,
with an optional obligation with a significant sell-on fee, I think it is.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's what I read.
Even the fullback that signed for Tottenham, Pedro Porro, they had a first refusal, I think, on him, or they had a buyback clause, but they just
Yeah,
didn't execute it.
they had. I think it was a sell-on clause as well on that, because I remember
Yeah,
at one point we were linked with him as well.
Lavia, they had a buyback clause that kicked in next year before you
Yeah,
bought him.
that would
So
become active next year if he'd stayed at Southampton.
I'd probably say
But
the
this is
thing
what
with
I mean.
Cole
It's
Palmer, probably
very typical of the Man City style and structure. Like, they always try to get these buyback clauses and stuff like this because then, as a club, you can either get them back cheaper than what his likely market value is at that time when he's looking to be sold. Like Lavia, right? I think the buyback clause was 50 million, right? Which is basically
Yeah.
what we paid in the end. But if you have a sell-on clause, like we did with Livramento, right? We did a sell-on clause style, which I haven't heard of many teams doing before, in which it was a sliding scale sell-on clause we had with Livramento. So the more money that Southampton got from a sale of Livramento, the more money Chelsea got from the deal, in the sense that more percentage rather. So I think we got something like 40% of the deal or something like that. We got nearly half the money from that deal. But the more they got, the higher the percentage that Chelsea got in return. So if it was significantly higher, we would have probably ended up making more than what they did on the deal, if that makes sense. I actually think
that
we
does
should
make
do that
sense.
with some of our sales. Huh?
No, that does make sense. I was just going to say the only
Mm-hmm.
question mark with Cole Palmer, I think a major factor why he wants to leave Man City is playing time. He's
Mm-hmm.
most often he's on
Is
the
it
bench,
is he one of
and if he were to sign for Chelsea, can Chelsea guarantee him playing time? Is he going to be a starter? I'd have question marks over that. Because doesn't
right?
he play the same position as Noni Madueke?
In the words of Pochettino, you get paid to train, you don't get paid to play.
Well,
And also, apparently he's open to it. So if you're open to it, you better accept the way that things are run here. Otherwise, there's going to be big problems.
All right. So we've spoken a little bit. I was going to ask some questions to Ryan while he was talking, but I'll give him that questions a bit later. Let me read some few comments as we have here. Musto said, "How are you doing, and the panel. We are doing wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us here. Chelsea interest in Cole Palmer. Thoughts on that, guys? That's what we are on at this moment. Chelsea in panic mode. Steven said we are not in panic mode, and we've never been in panic mode. We've done almost all our dealings very early, some of them before preseason. So we're just topping up. We just putting the icing on the cake to make sure we are all set to go.
We're
Big
just
up to you, Nee
strengthening.
and Steven. Yeah. And the Ryan is also here. So big up to you, DJ South. Big up to you, big brother. Gunnar said, my bro, what's up, Gunnar? I hope you're doing well. Transfer market is nearly closing. It's I think it's Friday. It should be done by Friday. Gunnar
This
said,
is
what's your
deadline's
expectation
Friday.
for Chelsea this season, bro? Oh, my expectation is we should be in top four. With all the expanding, with the way we're playing, with the right manager, we should be in top four without a doubt. The guy should be able to understand the style of Mauricio Pochettino, and I like the way he's doing the man management team. So with that harmony and expand the expenditure so far, the guys should be able to make top four. Manchester United, we added them to the top four list, but now they are out. United would, if you're not careful, United will not make top four. Now Varane is going to be gone for a long time. Casemiro, we don't know
Have
about
they said
his
how long he's out
fitness
for?
anymore. Varane, probably pretty
Yeah.
much. I'm not so sure of the month, but he's going to be gone for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
they haven't said there's nothing official on
No.
the timeline yet.
Yeah, nothing official yet, but from what I was listening to, he will be gone for a while. So that's what they're trying to bring in Marc Cucurella and other players to come and help out. I don't know their interest with Amrabat, the one we call
Malacia is
Amrabat.
also injured, so their backup
Malacia is also injured. So definitely Cucurella will be the guy to go over there and help us. As we still need time for Madsen to. We need playing time for in Madsen. So yeah, Cucurella will be going the other way. Gunnar said top five. Yeah, he said top five. No, we are aiming for top four. If we have Liverpool, we have Manchester United in there. Definitely, we can fight against one of these two teams and make our way in there. Brighton, yeah, we can sleep on Brighton. Six to hit the like button. I want the window shut after Lukaku agrees to loan. All right, so Lukaku is done,
Well,
bro.
all that stuff's been agreed. It's just a case of. I think the
announcement.
medical was done yesterday or earlier today. The announcement will probably be today or tomorrow. It's done. There's nothing to worry about. He's gone.
DJ Sub says Spurs are likely to step up interest on Conor Gallagher if they sell Hobby to I think Hobby whatever his name is. It's been linked to Manchester United, right? Steven?
Højbjerg.
Yeah, Hobby. If Bayern Munich sponsors was Verizon instead of T-Mobile, I would have had their shit a long time ago coming from
Bro,
Mr.
you've got
Phantom
a t-shirt of
Topic.
about
How you
7
doing,
different
Phantom?
teams. I'd never know who you support.
Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, Fulham, and then who else? Chicago Bulls, New York Red Bulls, anything Bulls in America. Phantom supports them. Connor deserve a more loyal club than CFC. I wish him the best. Being
I don't think he's going.
Son Min assist man. Okay, I get what he mean. Gonna hope
I'm
Lukaku
pretty sure he's staying.
passes medical. All these candy bars, not an automatic. Phantom.
But you don't
Hope
get
you do
failed
well.
based on stuff like weight and stuff like that. You get failed for injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, the same news is coming again. Breaking Spurs are likely to step up interest on Conor Gallagher if they sell Hobie. Okay. DJ Sav shared that with us. So thank you very much, Amosto.
I highly doubt that he leaves.
Who is the one with the net? Is it with the net computer station set up?
Neat computer station set up.
Oh, neat computer station set up. It's me. That's me over here. Can you see me? I'm right here. That's my setup. I'm giving the front and back view of what I got going on here. So, Phantom, that's me. Steven, are you going to use the first team or
Are we? Not
squad
are you?
players
I'm not the
against
manager, bro.
Wimbledon. It will be definitely second team. I have my prediction here. I have my
It'd be
prediction lineup.
mixed.
And
It'd be a mix.
it will be
I think
mixed,
there
but
might
then
be. It'd be a bit of a strong team. We know that there's going to be some young players in the squad as well. Poch confirmed it'd be 4 to 5 young players in the squad.
Steven, we have to go with young players. We have quality
Yeah,
in
no,
that young team
but this
that
is
can
what I'm
play.
saying. He said there'll be 4 to 5 young players in the squad. Whether or not they start, don't know. I think he said there's no guarantee they'll start. They'll probably be on the bench. But I think that was more related to the younger players. Like, I think when he initially said young players, I think he was talking about people like Humphreys and that. But then apparently he also explicitly mentioned the ages of 16 to 17 as well. So I think when he was talking about starting on the bench, he was speaking more of those age players than the ones from the under-21 squad, if that makes sense.
Scholar said, "Why are we getting the CCTV footage of your setup?" Yeah, something new I'm trying to add over here.
It does look a bit like a CCTV camera.
CCTV. Yo, somebody has hijacked into my camera and then broadcasting this. All right, so that's just by the way. Okay. All right, Scala.
You read that
Steven, are we okay? I read that
we
one.
just well.
We're getting okay.
You just read the
Veron is out for few weeks. Few weeks. I heard it's going to be a while.
Weeks too many for you lot. It's not going to be long until you have to play Maguire. Good luck. You guys seem to be struggling at the moment as it is. And if you have to play Maguire,
what is going on with all these injuries, Scala? What is going on with all these injuries? You have Marcus Rashford who cannot fire, who's not firing. You have another player. We don't know what he is anymore. What's his name? This rejected a French striker. What's his name?
Rejected French striker.
Winger or striker, whatever. Martial. I don't know if he's a footballer, if he's a... I don't know what he does anymore. Martial, I'm not so sure what he does for Manchester United. It's just a waste of time. Cucurella will be done, and I expect United to be bent backwards and pay a good loan fee. Scala. United are finished. We don't even have 20 million to buy Amrabat because we can't sell water in the desert.
Yeah, so because they've not been able to sell McTominay and Van der Beek, they're in trouble with potentially breaking financial fair play. So that's why they have to go for Amrabat on a loan deal because they can't afford him on a permanent.
Okay. Scala, Qatar and buyer issue, final offer, take it or leave it. Glazers by Friday, results either way. Right, last one is Scala values the beginning, I don't think they're selling. Scala values Maguire. Scala, if you're there, I'll send a link in there when Scala can. I want him on the platform. Mr. Ryan, are you there?
Can you come back to me in just 2 minutes?
Okay. All right. So Scala, DJ Sav, whoever, Phantom of any topic, whoever is free and you feel like want to join us up here, you can be my guest, guys. Be my guest. I'm always willing and ready to have a chat with you. Wherever you're watching us from, let us know where you're watching us from. Facebook, if you're watching us from Twitter, whatever, let us know. Thanks to each and every one of you that is here on this platform. We have 10 likes. We can make it to 20. We can make it to 20, guys. We can make it to 20. So when you come on, do not forget to just, if you can't give me $1, don't forget to just give me a like. I'll just take that. It's better off $1. Just give me a thumb up like that. Boom. And I'll take that one.
Sorry about that, Nee. Sorry. Yeah, I can speak now.
Yeah, we are talking a little bit about Manchester United, the injuries and what is going on so far. Where do you see Manchester United by the end of the season, Mr. Ryan? And with all these injuries. I mean, Phantom.
Yeah. I mean, bear in mind you're asking a Liverpool fan, so you're not going to get a kind answer.
You need to put bias aside and be in the professional zone.
Yeah, I think the Red Devils are going to be in trouble. I don't think they'll make the top 4. I think they'll probably finish 5th or 6th. just based on how poorly they've started the season. And we can all see the
Fragile.
games they've played so far. The areas of weakness, the back and the midfield, they're looking slow and languid. Remains to be seen how this new guy they signed, the striker, the youngster, how he's going to perform. Rashford did pretty well over the weekend. He created a few goals. I think he contributed to all the goals, but he doesn't look as sharp as he did last season, and he's a key player for them in terms of goals and assists. So, all in all, I don't think they're going to make the top four. I really don't. And
Are we
yeah,
It's
if
not
they have to
looking
play
good.
Maguire, then definitely they're going to struggle.
Ren, are we getting to see that the transfer dealings that Manchester United did for Erik ten Hag when he came in as a United manager have gone wrong? The likes of Anthony, the likes of Casemiro in there, and then some other players. What's his name? Malasia. Can we say that those signings hasn't really lived up to expectation, or were they overachieving last season? Steven, I
No,
mean
I think
Ryan.
they kind of performed on par with how you would have expected them last season. I just think they had a transfer strategy that was more for the immediate term than the long term. Casemiro, he's how old is he? 30, 31? His best years are
Something
behind
like
him.
that.
As brilliant as a decorated player he is, all the Champions Leagues he's won. His levels are only going to drop season after season now. So they need to think more long term how Chelsea are doing. Hence why they spent a lot of money on this young striker. I can't remember, is he Danish or from Danish or
Yeah, I
from
think
Norway?
he's
But
Danish. Yeah, I think.
Danish, yeah. He comes with a big reputation, so we'll see how he adapts to the Premier League. But I think one of the key problem areas for them is the midfield. What I've seen so far, they look very slow. They're not able to dominate the possession. I think they're going to struggle this season, Design. I really can't. I don't see them having the strength of depth and the tactical flexibility that a Man City or an Arsenal have.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. We have two Manchester United fans over here. One from one from Germany, which is Phantom of Mini Topics, and then we have another one coming from Old Trafford. I'm gonna
Hey,
ask. I'm gonna get it.
can I
I'm
be
gonna take
first? Can I be
Phantom.
first? Because I'll go
Yeah,
really
I'm.
quickly.
I know the situation, so I'm coming to you right now.
Okay,
So
yeah, I'll be really quick. Okay,
yeah, drop your 2 cents.
Fabrizio Romano said today that Qatar had offered a undisclosed amount as a final offer. This is their fifth bid. The United had four bids before that were turned down. They're giving a fifth bid this time, and Qatar has a condition. By Friday, the close of the transfer window, if Manchester United does not agree to the Qatar bid, then they are moving on. They're going to find another team, such as Brighton or somebody else like that. In order to
They cannot buy Brighton, so that's
Okay,
out.
well, I'm not saying Brighton. I'm just saying they're going to look
Okay.
for a different team other than Manchester United. It doesn't have to be, one of the biggest teams in the world. They just want to get into the Premier League, and they'll build it up themselves. The way that the Bullies did with Chelsea and so forth, with the big money. So we will have a definite result by Friday of whether Qatar goes up or not. I'm not in that trade. That's what we call a binary. The stock will either go up or down $5 or $6 depending on what happens on Friday. So I'm thinking that either the Glazers are going to give in, or they were never serious about selling it to begin with, and they were just jerking everybody's chain in order to make money on both directions. So that's all I have to say. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
I'll go
Phantom.
back to the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Phantom, for joining us here. I think the Glazers in the first place were not really serious about selling it. They were never.
Bro, I said it from day
Scala.
one.
Yeah, Scala United. What is going on with United with the signings and all these injuries? What is going on, sir?
I mean, first of all, I haven't heard any sales news. I don't know. I didn't see any reports from Romano and any deadline target being after the transfer window. I'm not aware of that. Also, I think about the sale, I think the Glazers will sell, but they want the right price because if you think Chelsea went 2.2 billion, United are
Yeah.
like, I mean, they value United like more than 3 times of that, because obviously commercially, United is the second most profitable club. Even though we haven't won any kind of Champions League or Premier League, we just have won a energy drink cup, and we are still generating more revenue than clubs who are winning stuff, even Man City. So I can see why they want 7 billion. But yeah, I mean, look, sale news aside, I don't think that's going to be resolved anytime soon. But with the transfers, I mean, we are embarrassing, man. I mean, I was listening to you guys talking about our top 4 chances. I don't think we have any chance of making top 4 if the window ends by Friday and we don't get at least three players. I mean, with Cucurella, okay, fine. I think that's going to happen. Amrabat, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I was just reading this Alfred Padula. He's saying that Nottingham Forest, they bid 20 million, but the player rejected. He doesn't want to join Nottingham Forest, so he's waiting out for us. So that just shows we don't even have 20 million pounds to bid for Amrabat. Why? Because we haven't sold any player. We haven't sold a single player upwards of 15 million. Only player we sold was Elanga to Nottingham Forest. I mean, no club wants Donny. They only want him on loan. I mean, Dean Henderson, okay, fine. Crystal Palace, they have given us 15 million, but I think that money has gone into Hoyland, because obviously we had overpaid. We didn't expect Atlanta to, ask us for 75. I mean, with the whole package. So that's the problem. I mean, we haven't sold. I mean, Chelsea sold what, 300 million worth of players. That's why you could bring all these players. We
Bro, we
don't even
sold like
have 20
20
million.
players.
Yeah, we can't. We don't have 20 million. I mean, that's the embarrassing stuff. And on top of that, I mean, even with this Cucurella, if Chelsea, I don't know why Chelsea are doing this. I mean, they can literally say to United that we are not going to help you because you are our direct rival. If you want him on loan, you have to cover his salary, you have to pay his wages, and also obligation to buy, because clearly Poch doesn't want Cucurella. So I don't know why Chelsea are not doing that. I don't know why you are helping us outright, which is good for us. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, go on.
I mean, if you think about, we got 3 players that can play in that position. So keeping Cucurella is of no use for Chelsea.
No,
That's
I
why
mean you
we're
have
trying.
Chilwell and you are banking on a youngster Ian Matson.
Yeah,
He's
I think
good,
he's
but
got
again,
more potential than Cucurella. I mean, we're not scared of Cucurella. Cucurella playing for United, we don't care. Even if we
no,
play
you don't
United
care,
when
but
Cucurella is
you are
playing.
helping a rival indirectly who
He
finished
can't
above
play
you.
against us if he goes to United on loan anyway.
Yeah, he can't play against you, but he can play against other clubs. So we don't have 2 of our left backs. So I'm not sure like I'm phrasing it right, but you are
See, we
helping
need
us,
we
right?
need we need more money. So if United can give us money, that's all it's about. It's about
Yeah, that's
business.
what
We
I'm
need
saying.
money
Like
the other way.
you are doing us a favor by giving
Right.
him on a loan. Okay, we will cover his wages. You will get a small loan fee. But Chelsea could play it a bit more. But like they can say that we are doing you a favor, because if you look at our other 2 left back options, those are Regulon and this guy Alonso,
Yeah.
which is a massive step down. So Chelsea have the cards, but somehow they are not doing what they did with Mason Mount, which is good for us. So I think that deal will happen. But again, I think
Did you
that's the
see
only
how
thing.
Cucurella played last year?
I mean, I saw, and I'm not optimistic about it. It's not that I'm saying that you are giving us Alfonso Davies. I mean, he's all right. I mean, he won the Brighton Player of the Year. That's what everyone is saying to me. I don't rate Cucurella, but we have no options. I mean, Maguire is staying. So, I mean, if we get Cucurella in, Luke Shaw can go left back, because Ten Hag doesn't want to play Maguire. So it's not that we want 3 left backs at our club. We don't want to play Maguire at all, because he can't play that left centre back role. So yeah, man. I mean, I'm not optimistic about United getting top 4.
All right. Thank you
Mhm.
very much. Scala United. Mostu said Ansu Fati was also linked. Guys, he definitely wants to leave Barca.
Yeah, he's going to
Go
Spurs,
get
isn't
him.
he?
Huge potential. Ansu Fati has huge potential, but his potential has always resulted in injury. That's the main reason why Barcelona wants to part with Ansu Fati. But he's no doubt a good talent. Hello to Nate Zion and to all the panelists. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button. Don't wait. Please subscribe today. Please subscribe to the platform. If you've seen us, if you just join us and you're watching us, you haven't subscribed, please do us a favor. Subscribe to the platform. Hopefully we can get to 10,000 by the end of the year. That's our landmark. And let us get more, at least. If you can get 20 likes before the stream comes to an end, that will be bonus to me here and everyone. Phantom of Minute topic for the record. I have never been a Manchester United fan. However, I've been a Manchester United stock market share owner in the past. Again, never a fan. Okay. All right. So when it comes to money, you do business with United. But when it comes to supporting them, but you're supporting them with the money you're investing into. Isn't that it? You're not a fan, but you're supporting Manchester United Football Club with your investment. The stocks you're buying, the shares you're taking from there, is all investment. All right. So big up to my big brother here from Senegal. I hope your microphone is up today, yo. Is it okay today? Great, 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 great. Yeah, I can hear you. What do you make of all these players being linked to Chelsea? We have one called Marcus Edwards, a player that they used to call him Mini Messi. Mauricio Pochettino has worked with him before at White Hart Lane, or maybe and also now he is very highly linked to Chelsea Football Club. What do you make of that guy and Ansu Fati and also Marc Cucurella on his way to Manchester United, my brother?
So what I will say is Chelsea take risk to let Marc Cucurella to go. Marc will stay in Chelsea now. It's
We
a
can't
business for
we can't hear you very well. We can't hear you very
as
well. Bring the
as
microphone a little bit closer.
okay, don't worry. I said that it is a risk to Chelsea to let Cucurella to leave Manchester United. You need this guy. You see, we have money and direct. You know what I mean? So Cucurella will help in all the season. So why Chelsea let him to go on loan in Manchester United? We all know that Cucurella is a good player now. We need him. Why he go? I'm disagreeing with this. Personally, I'm disagreeing with this. And what
See,
comes according to Ansu Fati, I say that this guy is nothing to put in Chelsea. You know what I mean? Ansu Fati is an injured player. He get injured every season. You know what I mean? So we have some very young player who can prove themselves more than Ansu Fati. So I think that Chelsea did not anything to do with Ansu Fati now.
from my understanding of what you're saying is Chelsea doesn't shouldn't go in for Ansu Fati because he's injury pro. That's what you're trying to
Exactly.
say.
Exactly, yes.
And also with Marc Cucurella, this is my understanding. Look, Chelsea got young talent in Matson who was so good during preseason. To my understanding, also Mauricio Pochettino made a statement that he has not he really liked Cucurella, but from what we're seeing is he doesn't really fancy Marc Cucurella in the team, and he's gonna be on the bench. For him to waste so much time being on the bench and his price tag as what Chelsea paid for him from Brighton is way too much to keep him on the bench. So in order to give him playing time, is to loan him to a rival club. And I know we are strengthening a rival club. We could have loaned him to a different, maybe European club, but I think it won't be that much of he won't put that much of a threat to Chelsea if it goes to play for Manchester United, helping them out, but he can never play against Chelsea. So that's the reason why we have Ben Chilwell, who's number one at the left back row, and we have Matson, who can also play further forward and also playing the same role uh, with um, with Ben Chilwell. So we have two
So,
players that are good
bro,
for that position.
the,
That's
what,
why. What do you
what
think?
what I'm trying to explain is, the season is not one day, it's not 2 days. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And you know what I mean. This time we see how our player get injured. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So if
But
if you if you if
we
you
don't
if
have
you
Europe. We don't
even
have
even
Europe. Go ahead.
even the push deadline, he is not in his place playing. You know what I mean? That's true. But we all know that Cucurella can help really in Chelsea defense. You know what I mean? He is a good player. And the Benchimol you are talking, Benchimol is good, but sometimes he can get injured. You know what I mean?
But listen, we have another player that he's from the academy. Would you prefer for that player to move on to a different club, or do you think that we can help that player to get game time and then renew his contract? That is Ian Madsen. Cucurella
But
is not coming from the club. Look, Mason Mount was sold for 60 million, and that is free because he's coming from the academy. Chelsea did not spend any much money on Mason Mount. We developed him from Cobham. The same thing with Madsen. If Madsen go up and become a good player, he can be sold for lots of money, and that will go into financial fair play for Chelsea. So we got to look at that angle also. An academy player.
That's right. That's right. But according to me, I'm really disagree with this move of Marc Cucurella.
You're
Really.
disappointed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
then,
Well, I'll get back to you as the conversation keep going on. Steven and Ryan and Scala, what do you guys make of this Cucurella thing? And before we come back to the Marcus Edwards situation, I know we've talked about him many times, but it looks like he's not happy with Cucurella moving on from Chelsea to Manchester United. That is just by the way. Ryan and Steven, if you guys have anything you want to jump in, you're free to go. Oh, Steven is not here. I have Ryan and Scala here. I think Steven got a connection problem.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like the person who spoke before, obviously he's not in Pochettino's plans. That's why the club is allowing him to leave. I think there's a conversation which has taken place between Cucurella and Chelsea, where Cucurella is saying that, okay, you're not going to play me, at least let me go on loan, and Chelsea are like willing to let him go, and for United, they are just asking us to cover the salary and give a loan fee. Because I think if you get this loan fee, that goes into FFP. So again, you can sell him next season for whatever club, probably a Spanish club, for good money. So again, that's going to reflect on your FFP. So it's good business by Chelsea, but again, it is a surprising business as well, because I would think that we both will be competing for top four. You just don't want to help us like that. I mean, you want to help us, but at your terms, because we are desperate. United are desperate for a left back. Not that Chelsea need to sell, but because if I'm not wrong, before this week, I don't think any Chelsea fan expected Cucurella to leave. Am I right? Like before this week, you guys were not expecting Cucurella to leave.
No one expects Cucurella to leave, but when the interests are coming and Cucurella is not gonna have that much game time, why won't you let him go? So that is by the way. Let's move on from Marc Cucurella at this moment. Let's focus on Marcus Edwards. Marcus Edwards, as is being stated, Chelsea will reportedly trigger the 60 million release clause of Sporting Lisbon winger Marcus Edwards. Mauricio Pochettino knows the 24-year-old well, who was nicknamed Mini Messi from their time together at Tottenham Hotspur. Portuguese outlet record claimed that the Blues are yet to make a formal offer for the winger. However, the West London club are willing to pay his 60 million release clause, according to French publication Foot Mercato. What do you make of this, Scala? I'm not so sure if you know of the Marcus Edwards.
Yeah, I know about Marcus Edwards. I watched that Tottenham game in which he ripped them apart. So I did watch that game. I'm not sure about that source. I mean, I don't see any big journalist reporting. Foot Mercato is not really a source you can trust. Also, why would you need another winger / wide forward? You've got so many of them now. I mean, Nkunku will come back. You are in for Cole Palmer. He can play there. I mean, we've seen what Sterling is doing on the wings. So I don't know. Like, I can understand you are targeting another youth kind of youngster who can play in a forward position, but that makes no sense. I mean,
he's not that young. He's 24 years old, so he's not, young. To be precise, he's not 19. He's not 20. He's 24.
Yeah, he's not in his prime yet. He's almost same as Cucurella age, isn't he? So
Cucurella is 25. Cook is 25.
Yeah, I mean, but he's not in his prime. Let's just say that. I mean, by the time he develops at Chelsea, he'll be in his prime. So I can see why you're going for him, but I'm not convinced by that source. Source has booked United a lot of times. I mean, I remember when we were in for Bruno Fernandes, every 2 days, Foot Mercato will say that the deal is done, the deal is done. So yeah, I'm not sure that will happen. But I mean, we should be talking about Cole Palmer, isn't he? That's the exclusive of today. I mean, Romano said that you are put a bid for 45 million. I mean, he's a very good player. I watched that Community Shield and the Super Cup. I mean, what do you make of him? Because he's again a left-footed player who can play on the right. I mean, you got Madueke now, and you're probably getting him as well. What do you make of him, Cole Palmer?
Cole Palmer, I've seen him played in the FA Cups. I've seen him played a couple times in a very, very big game. Cole Palmer, it's a player with a lot of talent. It's a player that you can rely on. But I don't know. I was saying something from the beginning of the stream that he's got some kind of arrogance in him, and he's having issues with even the first team players. He wants to play. He wants to be more active than he's ever been in the past because he has some belief in him, which is very good for a player. If you believe in yourself and you know you're better, but you want to get game time, and it's something that we've seen happen many times with Manchester City, whereby you could be a very, very good player, but then you don't get that many games with Pep Guardiola. So it could be one of those players that will move away to become someone better. We know also the situation with Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is not a saint. A lot of players will tell you it's not easy playing under this manager. We know Yaya Toure has his own issue with Pep Guardiola. We know Samuel Eto'o has his own issue with Pep Guardiola. We know also Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Thierry Henry. All these players will tell you something about Pep Guardiola when they played under him. There is something about him that some players don't like. So it could be one of those situations whereby he wants to move away from there, get to another team that will give him much playing time. When he goes to Chelsea, definitely he will get much more playing time than what he's going to get at Manchester City, without a shadow of a doubt. So, thank you very much. Phantom Mini Topic said we could get rid of Cucurella. If we get rid of Cucurella, I would even be willing to take back Mason Mount. Back at Chelsea FC. Hello everyone. I hope you're all well. Sorry for joining so late. I've been busy at work. That is coming from I123. Love you. Phantom says Sterling, Nico Jackson, Marcus Edwards. No Madueke, sure. All right, same age as Timo Werner when he joined CFC. Are you talking about the 24 or the 25? Definitely one of those ages. I think I've showed I feel like Cole Palmer on the right hand side can do much better job for Chelsea. Also, Madueke, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure with Madueke. He lacks a little bit of experience. So is Cole Palmer. But who can be there? Chelsea are trying. Like I said, it's a long-term project. So 1, 2, 3 players, we can try them for at least 1 or 2 seasons and see who is really ready to play in the squad. So I will take more players than we have. Mr. Ryan, what do you make of these Cole Palmer? We've already talked about Cole Palmer, but Marcus Edwards, I don't know how much you know about him. Can you hear me, Ryan? All right, we're having some connection difficulties with reaching out to Ryan. When Ryan's here, yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I think Ryan is having connection issues. So we have Scala and my brother from Senegal. Pep G is the GOAT. Both Kim So and I agree on this fact. Kim So, your brother hasn't been hopping up like he used to, but albeit hopefully one day he will be here. Kim So will be here. What we have? I think I have a. All right, Scala. I'm not sure if you heard everything that I said on Cole Palmer. That I would never say no for his style. I would never say no to Cole Palmer. He's very young, and I've seen the way he plays in the Premier League against Arsenal, against other clubs. I always want him to be in the team, and I also watch him play in was it the Super Cup? He was in the Super Cup, and he did brilliant. So he'll be a good player. Wouldn't you like Cole Palmer at your club? Cole Palmer, and Mason Greenwood. Who would you go for?
I mean, there are different players. Obviously, Cole Palmer is like a wide playmaker who can score goals. Mason Greenwood is an out-and-out striker. So you can't really compare those two. Depends what you need. I mean, look, you mentioned about Noni Madueke. I mean, he's a different profile to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is very good on the ball, silky on the ball, but he's not really as quick as Madueke, because Madueke has got pace to burn. He's very quick, but he's not as effective on the ball. You can see like Palmer is very technical. Madueke is a bit more rough. So I think both of them will complement well. That gives you another option as well. I think Madueke is also young, so might as well stick by him. So yeah, I think that will be good for you, both the signings. I do take your point about him having an attitude problem, because I mean, look, we saw Ferran Torres leave Man City, and Pep Guardiola, if he doesn't want you or he doesn't rate you, he has no issues of letting you go. But if he rates you, we've seen what happened this transfer window with Bernardo Silva and Kyle Walker. Those are two very important players for Pep. So he didn't allow them to leave, because obviously we know that Barca wanted Bernardo and Bayern wanted Walker. So he didn't allow them to leave. So, and obviously he thinks that for a young player like that, having an attitude, which you mentioned, isn't probably right. So look, obviously he's coming to Chelsea. He wants to play first team football. It will be interesting if he is not hitting the required levels and he's benched, and what kind of attitude he has. But look, with the talent he has and how young he is, I expect him to perform for you guys. Also, don't forget, you have a manager who knows how to take the best out of young footballers in Pochettino. This guy has built two teams. He has built Southampton and Tottenham from scratch. So that's very positive. All these young players, I'm seeing Chelsea having this pattern of targeting not ready-made players, but even though they are ready-made, they are young. I mean, if you
Yeah.
see Caicedo, he's a ready-made Premier League proven, but he's young as well. So yeah, it is good for you guys. I mean, I wish there was days like this. I mean, out of the blue, Romano reports that Chelsea are in for Cole Palmer. I mean, that would be good for a Chelsea fan, isn't it? Like your club behaving like this, out of the blue, you are getting linked and bidding. So yeah, man, it's good time to be a Chelsea fan, I guess.
All right. Good time to be a Chelsea fan, I guess, said by my brother Scala United. We've talked about Manchester United. We've talked about Marcus Edwards. We've also talked about Ansu Fati. Scala, did you have your chance to talk about Ansu Fati and Chelsea's interest? How injury pro he is. My brother from Senegal talked about him. He said he doesn't want him at Chelsea. He's so much of an injury pro player. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I don't see why Chelsea need another wide forward. I think he's linked more with Tottenham than Chelsea. Tottenham have that Kane money burning in the pocket. They are linked with Brennan Johnson from Nottingham Forest and obviously Ansu Fati. I don't know what Barcelona did with that guy. Obviously, injuries play a role. They gave him Messi's number, and he's not playing. So I think they're losing money on those number 10 sales, I guess. But yeah, he's a talented player, man. Ansu Fati is very talented. Obviously, he's injury prone, but I think at a club where he's allowed to show his worth, I think he'll be good. But not for Chelsea, man. Not for Chelsea. He'll cost a lot of money. Plus, I don't think you can give him the game time considering all the players you bought.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit unsure of Chelsea's forward positions. I mean, not yesterday, 2 weeks back, I watched Pochettino's press conference. He mentions that he would like another forward. I think that's Cole Palmer. I think that's the one you guys are going for. I thought you would be going for another striker, but that's not the case. So you're putting all your eggs in the Nicholas Jackson basket, which is good. I like Nicholas Jackson. I already mentioned he offers so much, even if he's not scoring. And Sterling is performing. So it's all about that right hand side, isn't it? Like that right wing position. So yeah, not Fatty, but yeah, you're going for Cole Palmer. So I don't see why Fatty will come in.
I was listening to someone talk this morning, and from what he was saying, Ben, can you mute yourself for a little bit, and I'll get back to you. I'll let you unmute yourself. Okay. I was listening to someone talk this morning, and from what he was saying is Chelsea talking to Ivan Toney behind the scenes, trying to get him to the football club because there's a way that although he's under contract with Brighton, but there's a way that a club can get him and then get him to his football club and train with the team. But he's not going to play for the team, but he can start training with the team and understand their philosophy, gel into their style of play. Then once he's done 7, his band, he will be ready to make it easy for him to understand the new club he's already signed for. And I've heard that Chelsea are also show some interest in Ivan Toney. And do you think it's a good idea?
I don't know about Chelsea, what kind of PR they want or don't want. I'm convinced that United, I know United want Ivan Toney, but with all this going on, I'm not sure, especially with the Mason Greenwood situation. I don't know if they will go in for him. Chelsea, you can obviously expect Brentford to do a deal with Chelsea. I saw Tottenham being linked with Tony as well. So there are clubs being linked with him. They don't really mind the off-field situation and all those things coming to the club. So yeah, but I mean, look, Ivan Toney, he's did well at Brentford. I mean, you know the curse of number 9 at Chelsea. You have bought so many number 9s and they haven't worked. Ivan Toney is 27, so he has to come and deliver. He won't get time to bed in because he knows the league, and obviously he's missed 6 months of football. I don't know. I think you will go for probably a bit more recognized player or probably another young player. Uh, I don't know. Maybe that Vlahovic guy, he could be another option. But I don't know, man, about Tony. That's a bit touchy because all the clubs, they know the situation, what he has done. So the PR regarding, you guys need to tell me. I mean, would you expect? You will accept him. Obviously, he's not done nothing wrong compared to Greenwood. But I don't know what Chelsea will do with the whole PR thing.
With the PR thing with Ivan Toney, right?
Yeah.
Beck, my brother. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, what do you make of Ivan Toney? Would you like to see Ivan Toney at Chelsea to help Nicholas Jackson as another striker?
Yeah, I see that. It's a good idea now. So if you can have someone who will help Nicola Jackson, it's be great. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Nicola is not that kind of striker who can do the job alone. He just needs someone who can assist him.
But in this case, Ryan and my brother here, in this case, if we bring Ivan Toney in, does it mean that Nicholas Jackson will not get that many game time? Or how do we play Jackson? Because we can't play Jackson in the middle. I don't know.
I don't know. Jackson can play like first minute. So first minute, you know.
First what?
Jackson like can play like not first minute. And that's guy.
So it's hard to understand. It's too much sound and background noise, so it's hard to understand you. Scala, how do Chelsea play Ivan? If Chelsea gets Ivan Toney, how do those two play at the same time? Jackson and Ivan Toney in the same team, or does it mean that Jackson have to be on the bench for Ivan Toney to start because Ivan Toney is a starter? How does that work?
Yeah,
Jackson
if
is
you
also a
bring
starter.
him, 100%. If you bring him, he has to be a starter because he has much more Premier League experience and he has a proven goal scoring record of scoring goals for Brentford. So obviously Jackson will go on the bench. And I don't know what the situation with Armando Broja is. So there's that thing to worry about. Look, I think Chelsea need to take the time on the proven striker. There are not many available in the market, so that's why I'm a bit okay. United went for Rasmus Højlund because if you look, there is no proven goal scorer except for Harry Kane. I mean, who will you buy? I mean, there is unless you want to buy Vlahovic. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, I think if you go for Tony, I think Tony suits a team like Tottenham more than Chelsea, where he will be given time. There is no expectation of winning a trophy, and he will be coming and replacing Kane. So, yeah, man, I don't see that happening. Like Chelsea going for Ivan Toney and you guys buying when you have Jackson. So, how old is Jackson? Is he like less than 25?
Yeah, it's less than 25. Yeah, it's less than 25. But by the time Tony comes in, Jackson would have
he's
had
22.
a lot of Premier League experience.
Yeah, he's 22. So if Tony comes in, he'll go straight to the bench because Tony, as I mentioned, more experienced, goal scoring track record. So I don't expect Jackson to be starting. But I think Chelsea need to take the time on the striker, man, because you need to get this right. You have had so many strikers who haven't, ticked the
Yeah.
box. So I don't know. There are not many available in the market. I mean, I don't want. I mean, look, Tony will not be cheap. He will cost a lot of money because it's a Premier League tax, English tax,
Yeah.
London club tax. So you won't be getting him for cheap. So also, I don't. I mean, look, he wants to move. He will definitely move. But I don't know. You guys, that's up to Chelsea. You have to pay the big money. You have to do a lot of PR around him. So yeah, I mean, time will tell on that. But so far, I mean, look, how you, I mean, obviously Jackson scored that goal against Luton.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
give him a
got.
chance, man. I feel like he deserves a chance, at least till Christmas.
Oh, definitely he deserved a chance. He did. He was one of the standout players during preseason. Jackson and Cuckoo connection was outstanding
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
during preseason. So he definitely deserves so much time. And I know with time Jackson will come very good. It's just 3 games in the season. Today's game make 4 games in the season. So there's no doubt he will be exceptional for the team. Scala, my brother, I think we've touched bases on almost all of it. I haven't seen any new news on Liverpool yet. I haven't seen any new thing on Manchester United. It's just an update on I think Nico Dominics to Nottingham Forest. Okay, I thought I was going to see something new. So nothing yet. True, Fabrizio. Sorry, I mean another. Okay,
Anthony.
Anthony can move if he can do the job. We don't care about Jackson on bench. Brother said doesn't really care much about Jackson on bench. Jackson is a very, very good player, and he will grow up to become much more. People are trying to compare him to Didier Drogba, but we don't have to say that yet too early. Jackson will come good. But I don't know how they're gonna do it because Jackson looks like he's more has to understand the style of Mauricio Pochettino and have understand the style, the play of he understand the teammates. So putting him on the bench to me it won't be I don't know. I won't be happy with that. So all right, guys. I think we're done with the streaming. Scala United, thank you very much, my brother, for joining us here.
Yeah, I'll
We'll be
catch you
back
next
again
time.
tomorrow. So if you have any updates in regards to Scala, if you have any updates in regards to United, just put them up and then we can talk about it tomorrow when you come on the platform. Much love to I want to love you, Phantom of Many Topics, Scala United, big up to you, brother. DJ Sab, Gunaveta, Mosto, and everyone that have been on the show today to listen to the news. Guna asked me what's my expectation for Chelsea by the end of the season, and my expectations are Chelsea should be able to make it to top 4 with the number of players that we've signed so far. Definitely, why should Chelsea not make it to top 4? United are struggling. Liverpool, we don't know what to expect from Liverpool. Liverpool, they can be good, they can be bad. On a good day, Tottenham Hotspurs, they are just spacey. They are who they are, and we know what to expect from Tottenham Hotspurs. They were just kick off, eliminated from the EFL Cup yesterday by a small team. But I don't know what's wrong with their Postecoglou. Postecoglou think that there's no time for an alarm. He has everything under control. There's nothing like a way of panicking. There shouldn't be any panicking at Tottenham Hotspur at this moment. So that's just what we think. Each and every one of you that has been here. We'll see you guys again. My brother, Ben, we will talk on the other side. Lil Desperandos, like I always say, hang on to hope, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.